Hey everyone, it is me Miranda and I am back today to do a huge coloring book haul for you guys. I know that I haven't filmed in a long time and I have a whole bunch of books to show you. I'm sure there's even more than this, but I've tried to gather everything up that I've purchased just this past year. And so let's get into it. As with all my other coloring book hauls, I'm not going to do full flip throughs of every book in this video. If you guys would like a full flip of a book, just let me know down below and I can do that. But I'm just going to show you a little bit of the books and get you the feel and the overall, book experience here. So let me pause. I will put these in a workable order off to the side and we can get started. Alright, so the first book that I have to show you guys is from the films of Harry Potter. This is the official Sweet and Treats coloring book from Honeydukes and the Sweet Trolley and Beyond. So I got this book, I want to say, I don't know what is all over this book, but I got this book, I want to say in January. I still haven't colored in it. I kind of forgot that I had it until I was pulling out all of my books, and then I was like looking at it and realized that I didn't color in this one. But this is very detailed. I don't think it has Insight Edition for the publisher, but it doesn't have the illustrator listed, I don't think. Yeah, I'm not seeing one, but that's alright. There are some thumbnails back here. I got my copy off Amazon. I don't know if I said that yet or not. But it's very, very nice paper, very thick. They are double-sided, so it's not thick enough that it wouldn't bleed through, but if you're careful when you use the right marker, you could probably get away with certain markers, because not all markers bleed through that bad. But very, very cute. Again, I'm going to keep these kind of short and just a general overview of the book. So the next book that I have to show you is the Zendoodle Coloring Baby Farm Animals. This was illustrated by Jeanette Wummel. So I got my copy off Book Outlet, and they actually tend to have a lot of the Zendoodle coloring books. So the Zendoodle coloring always has, not always, but for the most part they have different illustrators that work with them or for them, or however that works. This is by Castle Point Books. So I do notice that I can't think of the word right now. Those will also be different within the Zendoodle coloring books, but for the most part they are the same layout. You can see a whole bunch of different ones, and these are all by Jeanette Wummel. I think, yeah. And this one said that there's more than 60 illustrations. So within the Zendoodle books, normally, I can't speak for all of them, but normally they are single-sided, perforated, and the Zendoodle, obviously, they have Zendoodly parts. So the Zendoodle fill-ins, or a lot of times with the backgrounds. Doesn't mean you have to color your pictures that way, but very cute. I haven't colored in this one yet. They have, yeah, like I said, Zendoodle Coloring has a ton of different books. I've only ever bought from Zendoodle Coloring on Book Outlet, but I'm sure that you can find them other places. And then the other one that I have, again, this is the Zendoodle Coloring Deluxe Edition. I don't know if what made it deluxe is because it came with the double-sided pencils, where they had two colors, one on each end. But this one is by Deborah Muller. And if you guys know, Deborah Muller is the one that does all of the really cute, kind of like whimsical girls And this one is very different for her, and I actually really like it. So I'll show you the back. Here's the ISBN. And then here, these are different illustrators, but this one is from Deborah Muller. Again, different publishers, so St. Martin's Griffin. And then a little bit about her. I don't think this one says how many. Oh, nope, 60. So there's 60 pages in here as well. But again, with the Zendoodle, it is within borders normally. If it's not within a border, it's still not going into the binding. Single-sided and perforated pages. And I really like Deborah Muller as an illustrator for her normal, you know, little like girls, and she does like witches or like, I don't know, I think the witches one is my favorite one. That's why I keep thinking of it. But like she has Bunnyville that I have that's really cute, but I really like her style in this one. I just wanted something, this one is Tropical Paradise. And like I said, it came with the pencils, and it does have a little, I don't know, resealable, so you can keep your pencils in there. I have them separate right now because I've been just coloring this at my desk during meetings. I didn't do much, but I did just get it not that long ago. But I just wanted something that was kind of easy to take with me that I could color while I'm outside or whatnot. So I did pick up that one. Okay. And then the next, I'll show you these together kind of, but the next two, Creative Haven has the Adorable like series that they've come out with lately. They've published 2 books now. I don't know if that's all that they were intending to put out or if they're going to put out more, but these are both illustrated by Teresa Goodridge. I am a huge fan of Teresa Goodridge, and I love her style. So then I saw the Adorable series, and of course I had to get them. So I'll just show you. I think Adorable came out first. So again, Teresa Goodridge, Dover Publishing. Here's the ISBN. I don't know if they say how many. Oh, 31. I think it's 31 for most of the Creative Haven books. But with, I think it's all of the Creative Haven books as well, they always have the illustrated and colored pictures on the inside flaps of the book. So I'll show you those because those are like my favorite part to see. But it is typical Creative Haven, their usual paper. They do have borders around the images, single-sided perforated. And I'll just give you a little flip. One thing that I particularly like about, I don't know if it's Creative Haven or if it's just these books, that I've noticed lately is a lot of coloring books will have a title like Otterly Adorable, but then half of the pictures don't even have otters in them or have anything to do with otters, so it's a little bit of a letdown. So I really appreciate when they name or title their book Owls, and then they have owls on every picture or otters. So again, Dover Publishing, Creative Haven, 31 pictures by Teresa Goodridge. And then I think Adorable came out first and Otterly Adorable came out second. Let me show you the inside flaps of this one as well. Oh, it's so cute. And then single-sided, perforated. Ugh, so freaking adorable. I'm so excited. I need to color in these books. I haven't colored in them. I've looked through them like a handful of times each, but I haven't colored in them yet. Sorry about that. And then the next book that I have to show you is the Flowers Extreme Coloring book. I got this copy off of Book Outlet. So there's the ISBN if you want to find it somewhere else. I don't think it says how many pages are in here, but the pages in this book are, it was correct when it said extreme. It is very detailed, and they are not perforated. They are also not within any sort of oh my gosh, they're not within any sort of frame, so they do go clear out to the edges of the paper and all the way into the seam of the book. But I kind of wanted, sometimes I like doing really detailed and extreme books like this, because if you just take a simple marker or a pencil or, you know, whatever, and do just a simple lay down of color, it still looks amazing because the illustration is so detailed. So, and then one fun thing about this book, I did forget to show you this first. They have a bee on every spread. So a lot of these are 2-page spreads, and then they'll have the bee hidden on them. So if you like something like that. I'll show you over here, because I think, I'm not too sure how to say that publishing company. I'm going to assume that they have a lot of different artists, because I don't see one illustrator. And as you could tell, some of the styles of illustrations are a little bit different, but okay. And then the next book that I have to show you is Johanna Basford's Magical Worlds. I think she's put out like 3 books, and I haven't been buying them as she's put them out. I've kind of just been waiting to see what speaks to me, because Johanna Basford has a very distinct style, and I find that I'm not always drawn to color those pages, so I don't want to keep buying them if I'm not coloring them. Yeah, like they list some of her other books here. But I do really like her style. I really do enjoy her books. It's the same, they have the end and color test pages. And of course it's her style. Some of them full page spreads, some of them are within frames, some of them, you know, have multiple images on one page, and they're just little. But yeah, like I was saying, I've been trying to really not just buy a book just because Johanna Basford put it out. I've been trying to watch what I'm buying. But I did see this one actually in store, so I did buy it. And so far, I've just colored this one page. I did this with Crayola Twistables. So, just that one page so far. I really do like this book, though. And then with all of hers, she gives you the intro page, and then some, like an introduction, and then some tips and tricks as well. And I've seen, with any Johanna Basford book, if you go look at completed pages that other people have done, it's freaking, some of the things that people have done in her books are just amazing. So it's always a little bit daunting, but also amazing to go look at work that people have done in her books. The next book that I have is called Spring Coloring. I also have, I think there's a Christmas and a Thanksgiving book that they have put out. And I think this one is their newest one. So this is by Spark Pool. And here's the ISBN. And they said there's over 90 pages. So this is a thick book. It's a very cute book. I'm trying to open the binding all the way so you guys can see, but the images are not kept within a border. They do go clear into the seam. With like the Christmas book, a lot of the pages were kind of not necessarily double-sided, but they would have like a exterior picture and then like a zoom, like it would be an exterior picture of a Santa workshop and then the interior of it. This book kind of does that. So like there's a butterfly conservatory and then the inside of the butterfly conservatory, but there's a lot of like outdoor scenes in this book as well. So I really do like that. I'll just give you like a full flip. It is the same illustration style if you guys have any of those other books, if you know what I'm talking about. I have found the Christmas, and I'm pretty sure it's Thanksgiving, ones on Book Outlet, but I did see this one on Amazon, so I picked it up there. I think this is the newest one, but it's very smooth paper, and it's a little bit thicker of paper, so that'll be really fun and cute once it's colored too. You don't see very many rain pictures out, like especially done with like the rain that heavy, heavily drawn, I should say. Okay, and then the next book that I have to show you guys is Jade Summer Cute and Cozy Color by Number. So if you know, the Cute and Cozy has taken over the coloring community. I will say, so I'll just go ahead and show you the back first. This is illustrated by Sarah Parks and Joseph Mead. Here's the ISBN if you need it. I got my copy off Amazon. I don't know that I'll really be ruining anything if I show you. I'll show you some non-completed ones. So, within this book, they give you the color key down here, but they are following a specific set of markers. So let me see if I can find it without showing you all the flipped, without warning, all the colored ones. Here we go. So they are using a 48 color alcohol based, the Honolulu B set. So you do not need that set to color this book, but that is what their key is based off of. If you have the Ohuhu markers, what you can do, like if you have a bigger set or a different set, you can go on to the Ohuhu website, and they do have like a conversion for you to where you can enter the code, the marker code, like the Y111 or Y2, and it'll give you a color that is similar in a different set, and it'll tell you what that set is. Or if you just have, let's say you have the creative or the Crayola super tips, if you find like a mustard yellow, just use that. But that is one thing that I did not know about this book. I kind of just saw it and I was like, oh, it's color by number, cute and cozy. Like, wasn't really paying too much attention to the fact that they were going to be using a specific marker for this book. So that is something to be aware about this book. I do really like the layout of this book. I really enjoy, I'll show you kind of the first few pages. They give you Meet the Artist pages and then a little bit about them. But But yeah, you can use whatever. I mean, you don't even have to follow the color by number if you don't want to. You can do it whatever you want. I also do really appreciate coloring checklists just because I find that satisfying. So, and then like on this page, I used my Ohuhu pastel markers. So yeah, you can do whatever, but it is a color by number and they are using that. That's all them. I'll show you some of the unfinished ones. I don't know if you want to see finished or colored pictures, but a lot of these don't have borders around the images, but they're contained. They are single-sided because they are giving you markers to, like a marker set that they're expecting you to work with, I guess. And they're not perforated pages, but much like with the Jade Summer books, they do have each page is named. So they'll have the name of, or the title of the page, and then the title of the book on the back of the page. So if you rip this out, you can still remember what book it came from, or it's, you know, titled and labeled on the back there. But that's that book. Okay, so the next 4 books are all the Manga Sparkle books. I have just recently found out about Manga Sparkle and I absolutely love them. So I will say Manga Sparkle is a little bit expensive I thought they were a little bit expensive on Amazon. I have been getting all of my Manga Sparkles off Book Outlet. If you guys shop on Book Outlet, they are, I think, I want to say like half off there. But of course you don't have to buy it. You can, anywhere that you can find your books. I'm just letting you know that Book Outlet does have them a little bit cheaper. Sometimes Book Outlet does have where like they'll put a mark on the edge of the pages. So if that bothers you, just be aware of that. But for the entire series, they are illustrated by the same person, Kei Camaro. And all of them have this really cute sparkled up cover. I'll show you the back here. So this is the back. Here is the ISBN. They are all by Castle Point Publishing Books. And then they have quite a few. I don't even know how many ones that they have in this series, but they have quite a few. The thing to look out for with these books that I was not aware of is that some of them have pre-colored in pages, and I will show you where to find that now. So if you look on the back, it'll tell you if it's pre-colored in or not. So this one says there are purple accents for extra fun. Not all of the books in this series have that. I'm not sure which books it is that have that. I will say on Book Outlet, they only have pictures of the front cover of books. So if it doesn't say it in the description, you could go look on maybe like Amazon or Google or something to see if you can find if it says whether or not they have those colored in parts, if that bothers you. I personally love these books, and I think the illustration, I adore the illustration so much that I don't even mind. I haven't colored in this one. Again, this one is Spooky Sweet. Spooky Sweet. But I adore the illustrations in these books so much. They are single-sided, perforated, and the paper is pretty smooth. It's not the thickest paper in the world, but it is pretty smooth. So then we have the Creepy Cute, again, Manga Sparkle, illustrated by Kei Camaro. And Here's the ISBN for this one. Castle Point Books. And then again, this one does have the purple accents. So creepy cute. Single-sided perforated pages. No borders on the pictures, but they're all kept within the page. Kind of like an invisible border. And this one does have the purple pre-colored in places. I honestly don't mind it. If you wanted to, you could take a marker of a darker color and go over those to make it a different color. Or what I'm planning to do for these books that have the pre-colored in, I'm just going to add sparkles to it, like a gel pen. It's the Mega Sparkle book, so I feel like they should have sparkles on them. And then also another thing to be aware of are some of the books from Book Outlet will have a sticker on them. Again, it doesn't bother me, but if it bothers you, this is Kawaii, illustrated again by Kay Camaro. Very, very cute sparkle cover. Here's the ISBN. Castle Point Books Publishing. And then this one has pink accents. But very, very cute. Single-sided, perforated, of course. Same paper within all the books. And then the final one that I have, I actually just got, and I've colored in this one twice. I've done 2 pages. This is Mermaid City. And I got it because mermaid, of course, but also, I love the illustration style. I've actually torn the pages out that I have colored, so I can't show you them right now, but they will be on my Instagram eventually. They're not there yet. This one doesn't have any pre-colored bits in it. But again, single-sided, perforated, all images kept within the page. I did do some test color on here. I've just been using Crayola Twistables for a lot. I've just been finding that I just want to lay down some color on some pages and not really worry about shading or anything. So, the next book that I have is Cute and Cozy. This is a Color and Solve The Secret Admirer. So it's pictures to color, a mystery to unravel by Lucy Quinn of Buster Books. I did literally just get this today. It came in the mail. There's the ISBN. I did find mine on Amazon. And then they do have, I did see the Quest of the Dragon Rider. I did see that one. I almost got that one, but I ended up getting the Secret Admirer one. And then I didn't even see the Cat and the Clue, but that one looks adorable as well. So it says, color in the scenes, search for clues, and solve a romantic mystery in this cute and cozy book. And it's a very thick cover, a little bit of a smaller book, but so cute. There's the editor and illustrators. And then they have, so this book, I think it was meant to be kept together because it is a kind of story. You're solving a mystery. So the pages aren't perforated, but the pictures do not go into the binding. You get a nice border around. So on the left hand side, they'll give you like a nice border, and then they give you a little bit of like a story or like about it, and then they give you clues to look for or things to notice about the page on the right hand side, which is your coloring page. So I'm not going to show the left-hand side because I feel like that's kind of giving away the secret of the whole book, but I will just give you like a general flip of the images just so you can get like the illustration style that's in this book. I don't want to give too much away because it is like a mystery. I haven't even really looked beyond this page because I obviously just got it today and I haven't started it, but because there's writing on the back, you could use marker and not worry about bleed through if you're not worried about that, or just, you know, be careful and use other things. I don't know, whatever you want to do with your coloring book. But it is super cute. I'm really excited about this book, and I'm really excited to try the other ones. If you guys have any of the other books, let me know if you like them or not. I haven't seen anybody really talk about them. I just saw it pop up on my Amazon, and I was really excited to try it. But I'm also a huge mystery lover, so mystery books, mysteries, all of that. So the next few ones, these all came from Dollar Tree. So I've actually been really liking the Dollar Tree books lately. I'll start with this one. This is the Harry Potter Advanced coloring book. And when I first started coloring, they don't have an ISBN on here. They have a SKU. But they're by Dreamtivity. I'm not sure if you can get these books other places. I've only ever seen them in the Dollar Tree stores. But one thing that I have noticed, maybe it's the branding, but with Dollar Tree books, they used to be like a newsprint, so like a kind of grayish color, and the paper was super thin, and a lot of times the books would already have like where the ink from the printing would have left marks on the other page. You can easily get rid of it by an eraser, but that's just kind of like the general, I don't know, like the generalness of what Dollar Tree books used to be. Now I'm finding that it's more white paper, like a cream. It is still pretty thin, but I feel like it's getting a little bit better. There's not ink transfers on every page as bad. They are perforated, and all of your pictures are within borders, so that's nice. I do know, like, I have an official Harry Potter coloring book, and I do know that's a picture from it. I think this one's more zoomed in, but so I don't know if all of these are repeated images from other books or, you know, anything like that, but I have started buying their coloring books again. They are nice if you're just learning to color, you're looking for something affordable. A lot of the illustrations are really pretty for their books, so don't let the quality of paper deter you from it. I'm just making a note that the paper quality has changed a bit, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So this is Harry Potter Adventures in the Castle coloring book. Obviously this is the opposite of the other one, again by Dreamtivity. It was so cute. I just really wanted some books that I could sit on the couch at the end of the night, relax with some crayons and color. So these are perforated, again with like this cream whitish color paper, but it is still really thin. I don't really notice any of the ink transfers from page to page, but here's the one that I did Buckbeak the Hippogriff, just with crayons. Nothing fancy. I just wanted something relaxing. So that is that one. And then the final one that I got was Butterflies, the adult coloring book by the Designer Series. This one actually does have a website. I don't know how much it would be to order online if it's, you know, because you can get them in store for $1.25, but I do know that different Dollar Trees have different things. I really like these books when I go on vacation and I just have like a small set of pencils and then an easy book or markers. And then the next book I have is The Coloring Cuteness Pusheen by Claire Belton. This is a coloring and activity book. So, I did get my copy on Book Outlet, and they do have two different ones, which I wasn't paying attention to very closely when I was looking at them, but one is a bigger, so like this is a bigger coloring book. They do have a mini one, so if you are looking at them, beware that there is a mini coloring book if you're looking for this specific one. And gallery books. It doesn't really say, I don't think it says how many, but there's an answer key in the back for all of the activities. I used it as like a color test swatch kind of thing. And then they have activities, so like decorate your own snowman on the next page. They have random coloring, some mandalas, some just really cute, simpler coloring pages. Yeah, like design your own bouquet. Super cute. I've just been using Crayola Twistable colored pencils on these pages, and I've just been doing it while I watch TV. I think it's such a cute book. It is a thicker paper, very smooth, and they are perforated, but some of the images go beyond the perforation, as you can see here. So, but very cute. Most of the images, most of them are kept within the perforation, so kind of like an invisible border. Okay, so the next book I have to show you is by Gabby Wolf. This is her Lovely Worlds coloring book, and I did pull, so I have the Gabby Wolf Minimania. She has like a series, I think there's 3 or 4 in that series, but that's her Mini Mania series. This is something different, so I did just want to show the other book. This is same, very, very cute illustrations, like not same, but same style. But same style, by Gabby Wolf, but this is Lovely Worlds, and so it's a smaller coloring book, more of like a square style. Let me show you the back first. Yeah, so Hand Drawn with Love by Gabby Wolf. Here's the ISBN, and it does say that there are 30 illustrations in here. Color test pages, and then your images. These are not perforated, but they are single-sided. It's more of like your regular Amazon paper, but very, very cute. I just wanted to show the other books so there was no confusion that this is a smaller square format of a book, because I know Gabby Wolf, you're expecting the Minimania series, like that type. So this is a smaller book, but it's still adorable. I kind of have been loving the smaller books just because they feel a little bit more simpler to complete. Like the images don't take as long to complete sometimes. So I did get that, and that is a volume 1. I don't know if they have volume 2 out, or if she's planning on doing more or anything like that. I just saw volume 1, so I got it. And then the next one that I have is Color Me Mermaids for Kids. This is 30 magical pages. This is by Applesauce Press, and Here's the ISBN. I do have some of the other ones, like the Color Me Christmas, I believe. But I really like this, and I thought for Mermaid it was perfect, so I haven't colored in it yet. These are not perforated pages, but they are single-sided, and your images are within borders, so your images aren't running into the seam of the book. But there's that book. And then I have Funko Pop Disney Princesses. I only know that they have Funko Pop Harry Potter, so I don't know how many books they really did. I'll have to look into that. But I really enjoy the Funko Pop style. Yeah, this one has quite a few different princesses in it. So I'll just show you from the beginning because let me open it fully. Okay, so your images do go just completely off, you know, all the way to the edge of the pages and all the way into the edge of the book. But they start out with each princess having like a picture of her and then her nameplate up there. And then you get 3 to 4 images. Some of them are a double page spread. I think I want to do like a full flip through of this book because it's very, very cute. But they have like Belle, Snow White, Rapunzel, Cinderella, Ariel, Jasmine, Tatiana, and like I said, some of them, oh, they have Pocahontas, which I think Pocahontas is my favorite, but yeah, they have, some of them have double paged spreads like this one, but some of them just have singles images, like single ones. I love how even like the little Miss Potts and Chip and Cogsworth and Lumiere are in the Funko Pop style. I just really enjoy it. So I think I'm going to do like a full flip through of that, but I really like this book. I have not colored in it yet, but like I said, I just got it, so. And then I also have Back to the 100 Acre Wood. I don't know that I'll be able to pronounce these names. So there's the illustrator. And Castle Point Books. Here's ISBN. It does say there are 38 pages. So this book, it is perforated, and there are borders or frames around your picture. And then there are sayings on each image. And some of them are in a border themselves, and then some of them are just the words on the pages. But I like Pooh in this style of illustration. I think it's adorable. So there's that. And then this was actually a book that I found at, I think it was a Michael's. This is by Molly Carson. This is By the Seaside, 60 Patterns to Transport You to Your Happy Place. So I really like this book because, I'll show you on the inside, there's the ISBN. This is Better Day Books, and there's 60 pages in here. But first off, the cover is very, very nice. The paper is pretty thick, and as you can see, the book itself is pretty thick. And then I really enjoy the different colored pages in the front, and then they do even have like a little welcome page with some colored images on it. Then she gives you like, I don't know, just some tips and tricks. There's some color palettes, some swatches, But then each image, let me open this up fully. Each image is actually on a perforated page. Some of them have borders around the images, some of them don't. I find that most of them though are, well, pretty much all of them are staying within the perforation. And then on the back you get your swatches. So a swatch part, they give you a little like question or a little bit about it. You get a mini image, and then you can also list your colored by and coloring materials. So they call it a coloring worksheet, but that's on the back of each image, and I thought that's really nice. And the general illustrative style in this book is just super cute. There's so many images, so cute, all different things to color, all with the sea kind of theme. There's actually quite a few mermaids in here, so I'll have to use that for mermaid. But yeah, I really enjoyed the coloring worksheet on the back, how they give you all of that, and the tiny image itself, and the fact that they're perforated and all kept in frames mostly. Yeah, so that is a book that I did get, but I haven't colored in yet. And then this book, of course, I got the Gilmore Girls official coloring book. I was waiting for this book to come out. This is a Scholastics or WB book. Here's the ISBN. And yeah, 90 pages. So this book, it is perforated, but your images do run into the seam of the book. A lot of them have words on them or like quotes from the series. Some of them just have the images or the characters or scenes from the book, but yeah, a lot of different, some wallpaper, some yeah, some wallpapery feeling like pages, lots of quotes. Very cute though. And then finally the last two books. So I did get these books at Ollie's, and they are by the same illustrator, David Woodroffe. So I got the Fairy color by number and the Stained Glass color by number. They have a pretty thick cover. The paper is very nice. Let me go ahead and I guess I can show you the ISBN. But yeah, I've been getting into color by numbers pretty heavily, and I saw these at Ollie's. On the inside of the back and front flap, they do have finished what your finished pages would look like if you follow their color key, and the back flap, if you open it up, has all the colors. So I went through with my Crayola colored pencils and just got the names of the colors that I thought best lined up with the colors that they had listed. I'm not trying to show you the finished pictures if you don't want to see them, but there are different types of pictures in here. So some more intricate, some more abstract, some simple. They are all single-sided. They all have a border around the picture. And then these are, I could have swore they were perforated. They are not perforated. Nope, not perforated. Here's one that I am working on currently. So yeah, that's this book. And then with the stained glass, just so you're aware, I feel like you should know, but there's a lot of black outlining in this book as well. So it is helpful that they have the one-sided, single-sided if you do need to go in with a fine liner and you want to do those black bits with like marker or gel pen or something. But then I have the Fairy Color by Number, and again, same setup where they're going to have the finished images on the insides of the cover, but the back flap has all of the colors that you'll need, which I like that they do it this way so that it's not on the inside of the flap to where you have to keep like flipping back from your image to that. I like that it's out, but in this one, some of their faces already have kind of like the darker, like the black is already filled in for you. These don't have the black outlines like the stained glass ones, but yeah, single-sided. A lot of these don't have the border around the image, but they're still kept within the page. And they're not even going with like that close to the seam. And if you wanted to, I don't think the binding in this book would make it very hard to pull these out either. But yeah, and let me show you, I don't think I showed you the ISBN for this one. But again, I got this one from Ollie's. So that's it. Those are all the books that I have to show you that I have bought this year. There's a lot. And I haven't colored in a lot of them, but I have been coloring, I promise. It's just been a lot of other things I've been getting into. So, yeah, if you guys need to see any full flip throughs, or if you have some of these books, let me know. I would love to take a look at your finished pages, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!